this next video you're going to see how I changed the exhaust system on the car and also fitted the camber adjustment bars on the rear as well. Remember before as well, the exhaust used to come out here at the back of the vehicle, and I'll show you what I did. I removed that and replaced the complete exhaust system from the middle to the back with the twin pipes coming out here, and I sorted it out on this Mini project car. So if you'd like to see more of this, check out the video and I'll catch you later. So when we look under the car, we've got this plastic box section here where normally the full pipe will go straight through to the back, the exhaust pipe. So we're going to take this off and have a look, see what's going on. Right, so that's the plastic under tray that was on the car probably since brand new some years ago, so I've got that off now. That's out the way with. Also drop the exhaust down here. So marked it at the side of the bolts here because there's a camber adjustment there too, and that slots in. So we're going to be taking this bolt out shortly, so put a mark on there, so when we put the other back in we can line it all up. Put a bit of WD-40 on there. Right, so initially we used the impact gun to obviously put some pressure on these bolts because they've been on donkey's years, and get them loosened up a bit. Now right, so now I've got the exhaust system off the Mini here. As I say, I'll have a lot of messing around to do that, so I've cut that bit out, not done a bit on that, but obviously I had to surprise the rubbers off either end underneath, pull them back and then drop the front links at first underneath, disconnect that, left one of the rubbers just hanging on the top section here, and on the back I have the wire dangling down. So when I dropped the car on the lift, got it right down, then once we dropped the exhaust on the floor, wriggled it about a bit and pulled the damn thing off. So that's that bit done. We'll be having another look at what we're going to be doing next here, because I've got to take all the heat shield off underneath the vehicle. And also we're going to put the camber adjustment bars on the back. Side by side, that's how they go on there. But what we're going to be doing now, obviously removing these completely, this gives us access to the back here where we can get these other bolts undone, take these arms off and change the camber adjustment arms so we can bring the camber in so the wheels are dead straight. So we'll mark this here with a bit of paint on this camber adjustment part on the back of the Mini. We're going to be taking these lower bars off, so I need to get this bolt out. Quite tough as well. Right, so that's the camber adjustment nut there, which you can turn to slightly adjust that, but as I say, That's why we put paint on it here and here. So once that goes back in, we've got the exact position as well, and we can put the bolt back in and tighten everything up. As you'll see, these have been on probably since the car was made, 2007, so we've got quite a bit to do. So once I get the other one off here, I'll be showing you how to line the other bars up before putting them onto the vehicle. So quite important too, once you take these off, obviously that's the bottom, the top here, and we take them off as per on the passenger side here, put that on the floor. Then this is the bolt that's come out of the centre section of the top, and this one with the camber adjustment on here. So what we do to get this is the brand new ones, so put that on the floor and turn it like this so they come out equal either side. As I say, that the bolt will drop in there then. And like so, until we line them up. Right, so as you can see there now, that is absolutely spot on to where it was before. So what we can do now, we can set the bar, this brand new one, put this back into the vehicle, and then we'll get the magnet out with the spirit level on onto the brake disc a bit later to get the camber right. So I've just got to go and get the other one set up now. You've just seen me put that on the floor there to get that measurement for that particular bar. Same thing again here. Once we're doing this, we want to make sure when we're turning these they're both equal too, so we can get the setup right for the distance as well, so they're not back to front, if you understand what I'm saying. Remember what I've said before about marking up here for the camber adjustment, like we said. That was the L-shaped bar with the socket on that I was on about before as well. So once we put this behind the back here, now in this side there's hardly any room whatsoever. This side, plenty of room at the back. So I put the L-shaped bar with the socket on the back of that nut there, and then we can tighten this up now, and that just holds up underneath there. That's that. So that's done. Right, so that's sturdy, that's not going anywhere. So we'll be, as I said before, we'll be coming back to this shortly and having a look at the camber setting here. But to do this proper, you need to take it to a garage. Once we turn these bars, you can see the spirit level now coming into line. The camber now is about right for these rear disc setup at the back, so the hubs for putting the wheels back on a bit later. So we're going to leave that for now and make double sure once the wheels go on that everything is straight. What I'm doing is this is the original heat shield for underneath the car. As you can see how it bends round here. I'm going to cut this part off because we're going to run the exhaust straight through to the back. So just taking a look where we're up to at the minute. We've got all this stripped off here. Remember before where the back box was coming out to this side, now we've just got this centre section here. So what we're going to be doing next is putting this piece on, and the exhaust then will come straight through from the front to the and come out the back here. Now I've also had to cut this off, as you can see, so that there should just slide over the back here. So got that there. Right, and then what will happen is when we've tightened all this up, this will push up and then we can secure that proper then. That's another job done. The brackets we're going to be putting on, but obviously what I always do, these are quite tight, obviously they've been on quite a while. Put a bit of grease on the back there, so when the bolt pulls through, it lubricates the threads inside, and then a bit later what we'll do is we'll grease the bolts up before we put them back in. Very important. The brackets just slide in here as well. We'll put a bit of grease on. Just to recap what we've done at the moment, we've got the camber adjustment bars on the back of the vehicle too. They're all secured now and more or less set, but once the car is eventually finished, it's going to go for the tracking done, and then that will get finalised. Also, we've painted all the undercarriage here as well, treated that too, same at the back, the axle and that type of thing. We've also put the heat shield on. Remember before we removed the other exhaust pipe coming out the back here. The heat shield's on now, and the centre section for coupling the exhaust there. So we're going to get this up now and see how this looks. Right, so I've got the back box here on these blocks, so when we roll it up underneath, it's all going to line up with the rubbers too. This has been cleaned off, so we can put some paste on here. Exhaust heat paste, that when that slides in we put the clamp on, and that's going to seal everything up, so no fumes or anything's going to come out of there, and that's another job we're going to get sorted now. As you can see now, we've got the trolley under the back of the car with the exhaust back box on, and we've altered it completely. So remember before it came out here at this side. Now we've set the brackets up and everything, and we're going to have this in the centre. So what I've done at the moment is just lined it up with these rubbers here, so we're absolutely spot on where the exhaust is going to be hanging. This is the wiring harness for the rear bumper as well. So what we're going to be doing today is connecting these wires up. As I say, these were originally from another car, which one had a feed for the fog lights and one was the reversing light. So both lives here, so we're going to couple them together, fit them into the clip. Same with them, because this particular bumper has got two fog lights in the back. Now I've got the trim on here. As I say, had that repainted as well, and that's all sorted. The other plastic parts are on as well. So what we'll go and do now is going to go and fit this on the back of the car, and then that's another job boxed off and out the way with. Right, with the exhaust coming out the back of the car now, what we've done is rewired through these 2 points here, the wiring, to come down so it's away from the heat and that from the exhaust tips. So that's sound now. So we're going to put the bumper on and get this sorted. Right guys, so we've now finished the full exhaust system straight through from front to back, coming out the centre now of the vehicle. We've also fitted the John Cooper Works rear bumper to the Aero kit, and the John Cooper Works badge on the rear of the boot lid here. So all the back end's finished now. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, and you'll be notified once that video goes live. Anyway, I'll have to go now, and I'll be back soon with more videos. Catch you later.